decisively.
Texas Congressman August Pfluger served in uniform and joins us now. Welcome, Congressman, and thank you for your service to our country. How do you assess the current state of conflict, and how diminished is Iran's capacity to respond?
Well, Trey, thank you for having me. And, you know, when you look at the current situation, I mean, this is peace through strength on display. This is a president who has finally had enough. It should have been done several decades ago. But by all accounts, the military objectives are being achieved every single day. The degradation of their Navy, the degradation of their ballistic missile capacity, and certainly their nuclear capacity. But this is still a regime who has no regard for life. They certainly don't have any regard for their own citizens, as they slaughtered, 30, 40,000 of them in recent months. But now you see on full display that they're shooting missiles into places like Doha, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi and Dubai. So I think what the president has done is wholly needed and necessary, and our military and the Patriots are executing this mission, and I'm so proud of them. I know many of these people, I've trained many of these people and flew with them, and our prayers are with them because this is a dangerous fight, but they are destroying and degrading Iranian capacity every single day.
All right, Congressman, here's the man who aspires to be Speaker talking about the former Speaker, and I'll ask you about it on the other side.
Thank you, Leader Jeffries. Back in 2011, Nancy Pelosi said that then President Obama didn't need congressional approval to bomb Libya. Now House Democrats say President Trump needs that approval to bomb Iran. What's the difference?
Well, obviously, Libya and the circumstances connected to that were very different than the circumstance that we face in Iran right now. I mean, I don't even understand the genesis or basis of that question. I'm suggesting that you're not asking it in good faith.
Congressman, what you serve, you know what war is like. What is a bright line test for us Americans that are watching this conflict, or future ones that we can apply when it comes to war and congressional approval, regardless of who's in the White House? What's a bright line test that we should apply?
Well, first off, the Congress hasn't declared war since World War II, and every conflict we've been in has been executed with Article II constitutional authority. And this is no different in Obama's use, Biden's use, Clinton's use. I mean, it doesn't matter which president we're talking about, that they've used their authority according to the Article II of the Constitution. But the difference right now is we have a clear and present danger. And Hakeem Jeffries said something very interesting right there. He said he didn't understand. Well, that is true. Democrats are wholly, completely incapable of thinking about national security terms right now. You know, actually, Joe Biden had some strikes on Iranian proxies and just the variety of terrorist encampments that Iran sponsored. Well, we cheered them, and that's the difference, is that we understood at that point in time how dangerous they were. So President Trump has made a bold decision. He is 100% by the Constitution, given that authority. And we finally have a president who has taken the fight to a regime that for 47 years has sowed chaos and terror throughout the region and throughout the world. And I saw it firsthand as they armed Hezbollah, as they armed Hamas in 2016 and 2017. And finally, President Trump has made the decision to make the world a safer place. And I applaud him, and he has the authority to do so.
All right, Congressman, before I let you go, and because you know war, soldiers get a lot of attention, and justifiably so. The intelligence community works in the shadows. What role do they play in informing soldiers like you in terms of targets and intel? I mean, they don't seek publicity, but I get the feeling it's a joint effort between the security, armed services, and our intelligence community.
Well, it certainly is. Trey, thank you for bringing that up. And they are the unsung heroes who prepare the environment, prepare the battlefield, make sure that the effects that we levy, whether they're kinetic or non-kinetic, have the right effect on the outcome, which is success and winning. I represent Goodfellow Air Force Base here in San Angelo, Texas, where they train 14,000 airmen, soldiers, sailors, Marines, and Guardians every single year in the practice of intelligence, and so proud as they go out across the world to keep us safe. But you're absolutely right that intelligence is 100% critical in the airstrikes, and every other effect that we are levying. And our prayers, again, are with these American heroes, because they truly are changing history, making the world a safer place. And I applaud President Trump for making a bold decision that, quite frankly, no other president could have or would have made.
August Pfluger from the great state of Texas. Texas is lucky to have you, and so is Congress. Thank you for joining us on Sunday night.
Thank you, Trey.
Coming up, what is the relevance of the United Nations anymore? Israeli Ambassador Danny Danon